Nick was lying in bed. He opened his eyes. The room was light and he could hear something. He wondered to himself,
What's that sound? What is that sound? I mean,
We can do that. We can give you a lift if you like.
that sound.
but then Nick heard a different sound. That sound. And when he heard that sound, he was waking up a little bit, and he thought he knew
We'll see how the weather is in the morning. Okay.
what that sound was. That was the sound of his mummy talking on the phone. When his daddy was away, Nick's mummy sometimes talked to him on the phone. When Nick was sleepy and he heard her voice, sometimes it just sounded like, well, a sound. Like a slow, lazy little sound. When he heard her talking on the phone in her bedroom, Nick thought his mummy's voice sounded like, well, a bit like music, sort of slow, and going up and down again. But his mummy's voice didn't just go up and down.
We can do that. We can give you a lift if you like.
Sometimes it sounded the same for a little while, and sometimes it changed its sound, a bit like this. More like a song or a tune. That was the sound of his mummy's voice, when he heard her talking a long way away. Or maybe his mummy's voice sounded more like water when it was running in a river, a little river. And like a river, sometimes his mummy could go on and 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 on and... But all noises stop in the end, and when they do, the silence seems to sound very loud. And even when it is short, a silence can sound very long. If you say very long, in a long way, it still doesn't sound as long as a very short silence. Of course, a very long silence sounds very long indeed. It sounds so long that people don't want to hear it. So I don't think we'll have any long silences here. But we might talk about Nick again. When he was lying in his bed and listening to his mummy, Nick thought about his daddy's voice as well. When his daddy was at home, his daddy's voice didn't sound like this. Or this. Nick lay in his bed for a little while and thought about his daddy's voice. When Nick heard his mummy talking to his daddy on the phone, he could think about his daddy's voice and what it sounded like on the phone. His daddy's voice had more of a booming sound, but not like... and not like that at all. That is a really angry sound, like someone who is really mad about something, someone who is as angry as that, and that is really mad. Nick's daddy wasn't like that at all. He was more like...